Tell him the truth! Really, DOMI? Crocodile tears? Is that what you have for me? I can't do it to them. They deserve more. They deserve more from me. They deserve the truth. I don't know, DOMI. Tell them a lint roller got stuck in one of your locks. It's perfect for your shoulder hair. What? It makes no sense. I mean, it's perfect for shoulder hair, but it doesn't make sense for locks. They're strong. You really are weak, aren't you? I'm telling them the truth. Shut your god-awful mouth. They can't handle the truth, DOMI. And if you had so much breed to them, best believe I'll come for your neck. Who's there? It's not what it looks like. Get out of here. Oh, get out of here.
It's been a minute since I've recorded an update because truthfully answering this question, it's pretty difficult. It's the question that I pretend not to see when scrolling through my feed. We get it, DOMI. You're growing out your locks on this journey back to the crown. But why the fuck did you cut your crown in the first place? It honestly took a lot of self-reflection, a lot of soul-searching, and owe it to myself, as well as you all out there on the Congo Familia, to understand why exactly I made the big snip. I mean the big snip up here. And honestly, to help those of you out there to not make the same mistakes that I did. Jesus Christ, who is he? See, Dom did that, so hopefully y'all won't ever have to go through that. Now, to understand why I cut my locks, I think we have to start with why I started growing my locks in the first place. No, I'm kidding. At the time, I was in a loving relationship, so it wasn't the was ultimately just to get a better sense of myself and to not overly obsess about change, to learn to embrace it. It was a time in my life where I was going back and forth between who I was and who I wanted to be, as well as what I had the opportunity to become. At the time, who I was an overweight, depressed, 365-pound kid who was overly concerned about what others thought of him. He couldn't take his shirt off at the pool, nor his socks. And what I wanted at the time was to be a rapper.
You in the presence of a motherfucking god. Head in the clouds, sole of my toes, surrounded by hoes. But once you start to stack.
Bet you I ain't no DOMI could rap. But at the same time, I was also in school and had the opportunity to start a career in advertising, which would ultimately help me escape life from the projects of Harlem, where every single morning I woke up, I was greeted by crackheads fucking in the staircase. Rapper DOMI, advertising DOMI. Both were things I was passionate about, but because I wasn't focused on one area in my life, I was doing bad in all of them. Growing my locks was a way of telling myself, bro, just let go and let be. And using this natural hair as an opportunity to better know myself and to gain a better understanding of where I wanted to be. Because truly the first thing to growing locks or to making any life decision is having a reason. Having a reason gives you purpose. So if you don't want to end up crownless like this bozo right here, I implore you, don't know if I'm using that word appropriately, but I implore you to have a reason and stick with it. Remind yourself of it, because if you don't have a reason, why would you ever commit to anything? It's like losing weight. Either you're in it 100% for your health, or being able to learn a new skill or ability, or strictly just to look sexy. If you're out there looking for a reason to grow your locks, you can check out this video right here. It's the top reasons in 2021 why y'all need to be growing Freeform Locs. Great, so now that I have my reason, everything else will just fall into place, right? I'll have self-discovery, self-realization, and know myself, right? Nothing good ever comes that easy. Growing your hair don't make you deep. And the journey to actually knowing yourself and understanding where you want to be, that shit don't end. Just like growing Freeform Locs, that journey of life continues on and on and on until things get, well, cut short. But just because your hair is locked or just because you have some sort of paper that people call a degree, it doesn't mean you're done. But unfortunately, that's what I thought. My hair was still growing, but emotionally, physically, and spiritually, I had stopped. Just about a year into growing my locks, I completely forgot the reason I started. The attention went from self-worth over to women, alcohol, drugs, money, all great things. But I had no time to ensure that the mind as well as the spirit was aligned with this physical self. And I honestly, during the time, didn't even realize it until I was writing this video. I was depressed and just sort of going through the motions. I was growing physically, everything else was on hold. I got, XX amount of dollars in the bank. You know, your boy wealthy, hello, the money is calling. I got promoted X amount of times. I lost this much weight. What will people even think of me when they see this like crazy hair? They're gonna think I'm homeless or crazy or smoke a bunch of weed. They won't notice me for my material collection of worth that I've built. What will people think? That's a trap. When you're on this journey of growing Freeform Locs or any other journey of self-worth and self-realization, you can't care about what other people are thinking. It's a lesson you have to learn early on and carry with you. I thought I didn't recognize myself on the outside, but really, truly, it was the person on the inside that I lost sight of. You lost 50 pounds, but you still ain't taking off your shirt at the pool and showing your titties. Yeah, you got money in the bank, still living at home. You might as well go ahead and make that staircase twosome or threesome. Get a little bit of dirt on your. I was too busy trying to keep up with the Joneses, and it all hit me during a work meeting with a client. Really great presentation today, DOMI. You really nailed it with those ideas. Thanks, I appreciate it. You're just so smart and creative and sexy. I really wanted to ask you, DOMI. Wait a sorry, women? Women, DOMI, yes! Look, you know where all the hot spots are. And I'm trying to take the mustache for a test drive, if you know what I mean. Well, I'm pretty much a homebody. I don't really. ¿Por qué? Are you lying to me, Dom? Your Insta. Come on, son, look at this. You don't party? If you didn't want to chill with me, if you didn't want to chill with El Clientel, I get it, man. You ain't gotta. I'll get the mustache wet elsewhere. Toodles. True, I actually did not want to chill with dude, but still, who does he think I am? What does he even think of me? I searched the Instagram and every picture I had on my gram was either me partying, smoking, drinking. This is not who I thought I was, but it's the person that I'm portraying to the world. That night, I got back home and I went into a frenzy. Me getting Smirnoff Ice, delete. Me with 2 Coronas, delete. A video of me smoking a 5-foot joint during 420, archive. Me passed out drunk on the subway, delete. Who am I? I lost sight of my reason, my purpose, and I stopped self-loving. No. Not that self-love. And ultimately, I was back in a place where I was seeking the approval of others, wondering what everybody else thought of me. I again lost sight of who I was, ended up stuck between 2 worlds, balancing who I wanted to be, which was this free, spiritual, understanding, mindful human being, and who I ultimately became, or was. This crazy party dude who deep down was just trying to keep up with the Joneses. And all of this image of who I was felt synonymously tied with my hair. I felt like a character, and the only way I could take back control over who I was to go full Britney, y'all. So I ran into the bathroom, grabbed the nearest pair of scissors, and cut off the 2 big Congos in the side of my head. What did I do? Maybe I can fix it. Grabbed the nearest pair of clippers and started shaving the sides of my head. Maybe I can turn this into, you know, like a flat top of just Congos. So guys, I looked fucking foolish. So I grabbed the scissors, cut off the last 4 pair of locks on a random Tuesday afternoon in a panic. This was the end of my journey. At the end of my journey with 2 years of growth in my fist, I was happy. Because in my hand, in that moment, I was able to sit and reflect. I wasn't partying. I wasn't thinking about the next Instagram picture. I wasn't thinking about the next outfit to buy or the next date on Tinder. With that crown in my hand, I was able to reflect on all of the growth that I ultimately did have. A lot of times we just need a moment to sit down to recognize the good that has come from our progress. With this crown, this was the crown that ultimately led to me losing 100+ pounds. This is the crown that's helped me to get the job that I have today. This is the crown that made me realize that I really need to start counting my blessings. Count your blessings before things get cut short. I'm not just talking about locks, guys. Be grateful each and every day for where you are in your journey and remind yourself where you're going and the reason why you're doing this. Because without it, you'll end up just cutting things short, like I did. I can't see that picture anymore. Please take it away. I know this was one door closing and it was an opportunity to open another door. To avoid ultimately cutting your locks, take some time to understand why are you taking this journey to growing your freeform locks. Remember that the journey to growing your crown is a journey that never stops, and what anyone thinks of you and your decisions. Remember to count your blessings, and last but not least, embrace the change that you'll be going through. Sorry if I made this one a little bit emotional, guys. I felt like I owed it to you all. We're over 2,000 subscribers, and I probably lost a few, but all in all, I thank you for being a part of the Congo Familia. I will be posting more often on a once-a-week basis. This is your boy, DOMI Boy, and I'll see you at the next one. Tastes like mud water.